There we go. This should work. Okay. Jeez, what a disaster.
Good news.
Oh, did it sell? Yeah, it did. Two, three, 1, 2. Was all right. I am feeling a little better today, but my voice is still like not fully back. But I'm feeling a little better. A lot of just residue coughing and stuff.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Had the flu for 10 days. Yep, that's basically what I'm at. I'm at day 7 or 8 right now. It's terrible, dude. It's like a super flu. That's good to hear, man. Was how'd you get the chart? How do you get the charges, if you don't mind me asking? What do you mean? Like, how do I get charges? Just in general? There it is. So, infusion of power states that gain a power charge when I consume an elemental infusion, right? So what we do is I'm going to go ahead and wait for these infusions to... Actually, I'll just do this. There you go. All right. So I don't have any infusions, right? So the way that we do this is that we're only going to do it on set 2, because you see that it's only on set 2. Infusion power, only on set 2. Okay? So I don't gain charges when I'm on set 1. And that means that this whole point where I get negative resistances per power charge doesn't kick in. So what we do is we walk in. Because I have 3 of those, I have 3 here and 3 here. So I have a total of 6 infusions. And then what I do is I will cast Firestorm, which is only on set 2. So I have these infusions. It gives me the power charges because it consumes 6 of them. And I have a 60% chance that one of those infusions, when I consume the power charge, will generate an extra power charge. So now I have 7. Then I swap back to my Adonias. And you can see that my stats or my resistances are really bad because of the charges that I have. I consume the Pinnacle. Now I don't have any charges, and as I go and I pick stuff up, these resistances stay the same because I don't pick them up when I'm in set 1. So I only pick up charges in set 2, and it just bypasses the entire negative effect of Adonias. To be very tanky, 8 to 10k. To be tanky enough, like 5.
I can't do that yet. Didn't break a sweat.
To regret your intrusion here.
I do not fall. I do not fall.
Can you tell us what is going to be the change skill in Shri as soon as you get Vertex home? What do you mean, what's the change skill? What do you mean by that? How do you manage to only need 266 spirit? I need 280 to run all skills because I am running efficient inscriptions and I have a robe that has increased spirit reservation efficiency. So this gives me 33 spirit basically, and this gives me 14. So it's really 33 plus 14, which is 47, plus the 266 spirit that I have. So really the amount that you actually need is 311 spirit. Why are you not taking faster start of ES recharge and increased energy shield recharge rate? Great question, because it's usually like the biggest thing to our defense, right? It's like, why would you not take that? It's actually a really good question. So the thing is, we have to think about how the build plays, right? The build, when you get to a specific amount of power, just insta freezes everything, right? The entire idea of energy shield recharge rate and recovery rate is that it will... You are planning on taking hits multiple times, right? Like you go into a pack, you get hit, and then like you get into the next pack, you get hit, and then you get into the next pack and you get hit, and you get into the next pack and you get hit, right? And the whole idea is that like as you're going through, you're getting hit multiple times per pack, right? So the question that I have to ask you is I want you to watch my energy shield on this, okay? I'm gonna show it through example, and I want you to spot how many times I get hit on this map. Okay, we're going to do this entire map, and I want you to look at my energy shield, and I want you to tell me how many times I actually get hit throughout the map, okay?
Didn't break a sweat.
Okay, I'm done. How many times did I get hit? Okay, so what that's showing is that what the build does is its defense is actually through its ability to freeze everything. When everything is getting frozen, that means you're rarely ever getting hit. So like the times that you do get hit, the space between those times that you get hit is usually about 10 seconds. And when you do get hit, it's only going to get hit once. You very rarely get hit more than once. So all you need is enough energy shield to survive the hit. And then you don't need energy shield recharge rate or recovery rate or time to recover, because it's like, well, you're not going to get hit for another 10 seconds. So like, are you going to recharge back to full in 10 seconds? Yeah. So like, why are we worrying about how fast our energy shield recharges when we're only getting hit once every 10 seconds and all we need is enough energy shield to just soak the first hit? That's why we don't run it. I mean, as soon as you get Vertex, are there going to be any changes in passives? Yes. There might. There might. As soon as I get Vertex, unfortunately, it's not a case as soon as I get Vertex. Unfortunately, it's actually going to be a case of once I get Vertex, I also need about a 200 divs worth of other gear. So really, it's going to be about 500 to 600 divs that I need to shift. When I get Vertex, I will now no longer have enough energy shield to protect me from one hits. I think. Let me take this off. No, I will. Okay, I might not have to make a change. 6,000. You're flirting with it. You're flirting with this. What's probably going to be better is when we put in Vertex. This is when we shift into an Eldritch battery variant with about 5,000 to 6,000 mana, and then we also have about 2,000 life, and we shift off of Chaos Inoculation, and we actually go into a Quipolotls version where like we just have so much mana regeneration with how much mana that we have that's scaling off of arcane intensity, is that our damage legitimately almost quadruples. Like we will definitely have triple damage for sure. We will almost have quadruple levels of damage when we shift into the Eldritch battery version with Vertex. Like what you're seeing right now, which is one-shotting everything, I will be 4 times stronger than that. Which is pretty cool, I would say. Why don't you run more juiced maps with more tablets? Because mapping itself is actually not very profitable unless you're really going into rituals or expeditions. The things that make money in this game aren't actually the mapping. It's what the mapping provides. So what we're doing right now is I'm using a Grand Preserve tablet, and I'm literally just looking for the Vault Temples. I literally don't care about anything else. Yeah, Chaos Inoculation is definitely not a lie when you're running Energy Shield, but when you're not running Energy Shield, it's... Chaos damage is definitely not a lie. That's for sure. So this guy should have dropped really hard, actually, with the plus 55 resistance. I actually think that someone was telling the truth. I don't know, we're gonna have to test that. That's another thing I have to do. Oh my god. Pain. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we can do to convert. There's a lot of changes that we can make, and it would probably work just fine. But
Yes?
we'll be right.
Time is of the essence.
The version I am running is definitely not the most optimal, if that makes sense. I know what I'm aiming for, but I'm aiming for the stars. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet. Victory is mine.
The main thing I don't understand about your build is the need for cast on ailment and arc. Like, it doesn't deal that much damage, but it costs 100 spirit. Good question. I'm going to answer this. This is why. Number one, does arc do very good damage against a single target? For those of you who are in here who have been playing this build, does arc do a lot of single target damage? And then, on the second part of that question, does arc do really well at AoE damage? So let's start with that first. How do you feel? Like, does it do great single target damage? Does it do great AoE damage? I'm going to say that about 90% of the people are going to say no, yes. The second thing that arc does is that it procs Comet like insanity. It's another spell that's being cast at the same time as your spark. And therefore, you're not stopping your spark cast, but you're also getting another cast in being your arc, which is doubling essentially the amount of spells that can crit, which is doubling the amount of, or doubling the rate at which Comet is proccing. Lastly, the reason why it's so important is that you need to look at arc's underlying passive, which is it has 50% increased magnitude of shock. That is 10%. That 10% is then also going to get multiplied by the overcharge, which is going to increase the magnitude by a further 50% of the shock. So you now have 10%, another 10%, and then you have this, which is increasing it by 40%. What this does is it makes it so that your shock value goes from 20% at base to about 48% at base. You now are applying, instead of 20% shock, 48% shock because of what arc does. So not only does arc increase the amount of comets that drop, but it also multiplies the damage that the comets are dealing because of how the arc multiplies the shock value. It also shocks really well. So it triggers itself, which is kind of funny. I was playing a little bit this morning for about an hour, and I got a little bit more on my temple built. So I'm just kind of waiting for a temple. Or sorry, an altar sacrifice. And then we're like in business, man. I also started my second chain. Damn, I was really hoping I wouldn't die, but fuck's sake, dude. I should have just been safe as soon as I got knocked. As soon as you get knocked down, don't even play it. Just fucking log out. You guys ever seen the fucking Carbots animation on when they get a sprint in the game and you get knocked down? And the dude's just sitting there fucking rolling for like 3 miles. And then takes forever to get back up because he glued to the ground. Any map mobs I'm concerned about? Not at all. There's not a single map mod I'm concerned about. I can run an 8 mod T16 with Delirium with the double corruption, and I still wouldn't care. Can you run an over a run of best 22% monster effectiveness? Is it not? Oh yeah, absolutely. Easily. Easily.
We meet again.
Didn't break a sweat. I can't do that yet.
Well, mapping isn't obsolete because we're having to map in order to get to the temple. So it's not obsolete. It's just obsolete in the way that you want it to be obsolete. Or it's obsolete in the way that you don't want it to be. Like, I have to map in order to get to the temple. So it's not exactly obsolete. It's just not being played in the way that you want it to get played. I think I need to do one more map.
Yes.
Toxin.
God damn it.
I can't do that yet. Victory is mine.
I disagree. I mean, like, I guess in a way, like, you're doing like you're hopping from tower to tower to find an overlap. Sure. But like, you're gonna have to do stuff that's stupid to do stuff that's cool. Still don't have an altar. Erg. Oh, I had the prayer chase though. Definitely want to reroll. I'm trying to get the altar. I still don't have an altar. Ugh. But I have a Delta Academy. Put that there. Okay. That would screw everything up. I don't want to do that. That would be okay. We could do that. This is just to protect the snake if something were to happen. Yeah, that's fine. That's not going to do anything to snake. Also feels like Temple's gate kept behind high mobility. Meanwhile, I have 40% movement speed. Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah. It's not gate kept. It's just you don't have his gear. Because at the end of the day, truth be told, you're not as good of a player as him, and you're not playing the game as much as him. Like the raw truth of it is that at the end of the day, you are not playing the game the way he is, and you don't have as much game knowledge or as efficient of a player as he is. So, and it's the same for me. Like, I'm not as good as him. I don't have the same game knowledge he does. I don't play the game as much as he does. So he's going to get rewarded for it. And that's just the way it is. Why Chaos Inoculation instead of Eldritch Battery? Because I don't have the gear to run Eldritch Battery. That's why. If you want to run Eldritch Battery, you can, but you need specific gear and passives in order to do it so that you're taking damage from mana instead of life, and I don't have that gear yet. And that is the way to play in 0.4. Mana stacking is by far the most powerful right now. So you know how you were asking whether or not I could do the Abyss that was like the overran Abyss? Where is it? Humanoid monsters effectiveness. There it is. Humanoid monsters have 268% effectiveness, and rare monsters have 32% increased effectiveness. So, add that together, you have 300% increased effectiveness. And at the same time, I also have almost 2,000% increased number of rares. So, combine those two together, and I think, yes, I could absolutely do a overrun Abyss with 20% effectiveness. I don't think it would be a problem. Sure, it's harder than this, but like, what difficulty is this giving me? Like, have you seen my life drop one time? I don't want treasure vault. That was the one I needed. Says room's completed. Room definitely not completed. not need an armory. Correct. That is how the build works. Cast on ailment. Cast on ailment and Adonia is what triggers the engine. Can you use Blood Mage with this build? Yes, you can.
I can't see that yet.
Oh, I hate this bug so much. Also know that the damage that I'm dealing is like 4 times 3. It's like 12 times less than what I could be running. So like the damage that you're seeing now, I can do 12 times more damage. Like trust me, the build's fine. The build can do the hardest content in the game and not even blink. It's pretty incredible build. Sound less sick today, yeah. Thankfully. Messed up.
Need mana.
You have made a great.
How much harder is it to do on a Blood Mage? I don't know. No idea. They run a kind of different variant. This is kind of annoying. That's fine. We can do this. or this for that matter. It doesn't matter. I just need it to run. I just need things it will eat up. Should I not get 2 Jwalies?
A building that shifts like the sands.
Let's go ahead and run Elemental Conflicts this time. So now we can't blink, but we move faster, so. Or we do more damage. There it is. There's one. Yeah, you see how much more damage I'm doing? Elemental Conflicts is so stupid. I don't exactly know what's going on with it, but there's definitely like double dipping that's happening. And it like legitimately quadruples, like triples, quadruples your damage. It's insanity. God dang it. Hope they fix that bug, man.
medallion's rather beautiful.
What's going on?
If I were there,
Remove blink, kept dying because running animation cancels, so I got rid of it. No, I didn't get rid of blink. I'm just running blink. I'm just not running it right now because I'm testing elemental conflicts in the in here. Which yes, I do more damage, but I'm moving a lot more slowly. So I don't know how to feel about it.
You have made a great mistake.
Sweet. Does DPS matter? Yes. You're talking about like damage sheet numbers, or you're talking about just like DPS in general? Because like, yes, absolutely, DPS matters. Well, I got the garrison finally. At this point, do you need more damage? Yes. This temple's gonna get real nutty. Does the humanoid monsters right now... Look at this. Humanoid monsters have 779% increased effectiveness. And rare monsters have 139% increased effectiveness. So we're almost at like 1,000% increased effectiveness. How's the build against Uber content? Very easy. I literally just killed Uber Arbiter like instantly. I don't have to think about anything. Oh my, oh. Very nice. Nom. Maybe making a temple guide? God, no. There's so many people who have temple guides out there, dude. Who are way smarter and better than me, that's for sure. Alright, let's go and put Blink back on. I don't think I need the Conflux. Loot is literally dropping from the sky. It's like all these Exalted Orbs and none of them matter because Divine Striper and hundreds of them. I need to take Exalteds off my my loot filter. And another one. Was that like 4 this run?
No mana.
Five. Okay, I heard the medallion drop. Where did it drop? There you are. Oh. Not the one I'm looking for. Did I change anything? No, it's just density. There's more rares, so it's looking like comets dropping more often because all I'm hitting is rares. There's just so many rares in the temple, and rares generate more energy. The second one. Hopefully I hit that one. Was that 6 or 7? Plus the desolate blow. So I intend to upgrade the Vertex soon. Yes, sir, I do. Perfect. Does Rockets do anything for the build? It should. We're gonna test that. It should, but people are saying claims, and I don't know. I don't know what it's true or not. It's questionable. It's questionable if it does or not. But we need to test it. Do we still looking for mana cost efficiency or chance to inflict ailment? I would say chance to inflict ailment. But that's just me. All right. So this is how you make money, which sounds so dumb, but this is literally how you do it. We're gonna div this to a maximum of 10 times. And we're going to see if it can hit above 290% on the increased physical damage. Okay, that's really good. Okay, from there, we artificer it. Then we go for the martial.
I'll post it right away.
We're gonna quality it. Then what we're gonna do
Have an order?
is we are going to get ourselves some corruption omens. Wow, there goes. They're going for like a div each, huh? That's about right. All right.
All right, your order is registered.
Just need one. Go for this. Let's hit it. Let's see what it hits. Okay, so we got increased physical damage as the literal enchant, which is pretty good. Now what we do is the super ballsy move because we have a 50-50 shot. The last time I did this, it destroyed it. If it destroys it, it destroys it. Whatever. But, like, we go for it. It did not destroy it. It gave it 10% critical damage bonus. So now I have no idea what this is worth. Let's find out. All right. Increase physical damage. Cool. And then we have an enchant. Critical damage bonus. Also enchant physical damage. Okay. It's like maybe 5 divs. Unfortunate. I think we lost more money than we were going to make from it. But that's alright. I'll put it for like, I don't know, 8 divs. See what happens. See if we can break even on it.
Yes. Find more breach remnants for my research. Who sent you? Let us hope Zest now lies dormant.
Wow, it sucks. Alright, I need to do this. None of these are good. We're going to reforge all of them. See if anything hits. Nope. 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 No, no. No. Nope, nothing hit. Alright, Pact to Reforge. Nothing was even close to want to, like, slam another Exalted or anything.
Go on.
No, no, and no. Alright. Alright. Do Perfect Exalt even matter for jewels? Yes. Jewels do have different tiers. Do you have any defensive layer to help you with energy shield? Build seems to have slow start to regen. Yes, we talked about that earlier in stream. I guess we're going to do the Iron Citadel. See if we can get ourselves some more divs. Alright. So we're going to do this one and this one. And then we need a vision. I'm out of vision. Jewels do not have tiers? Are you fucking serious? Why am I seeing... I thought they had tier 1, only tier 2. Are they all just tier 1s? I swear I saw tier 1, tier 2.
I'll do you proud.
Okay, from here... This is where we have to just slam these. I don't think I've ever had that luck before. 135% looks good. 120. So we use the 120 and 135. And then they are going to need this one back.
Go on.
Make sure I'm running all that. I am. Fantastic. We'll do the 120 first. Maybe I didn't understand what I was looking at the time. Yeah, see, I thought there were tiers. Maybe they are not.
Nothing personal.
Die forgotten.
Yes, we still stack waystone quantity. I have 361 with 88%. We'll see what happens.
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
Easy.
Let there be light. $445, 127.
not fall.
You cannot stop us. We will take the power that we deserve.
I think not, Mad Wolf. Not yet. Out of mana.
Sweet. I positioned myself wrong. I didn't almost die. I got half my HP. He got frozen. That's what I'm talking about. As long as you survive the first hit, you're fine. I had the molten core and everything. I wasn't worried about anything. I had the Headhunter with the molten. I was like, nothing can touch me. I'm fine. So that little shenanigans we just did.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. That just gave us 20 divs, boys. Easy. Easiest 20 divs in my life. I have 40. It's like 70. I have like 72 divs right here. Just chilling. I could run Arbiter. Yep. They are worth 5 divs a pop. So you can kind of see why I work my way to them. This is basically how I'm like doing stuff. I'm just literally going from map to map to map to get the temple. And then when I get to the citadel, I just drop these with a Visions of Paradise. And I just boom 20 divs in like 5 minutes. And then, you know, boom, 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 temple. 20 divs. Boom, 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 temple. 20 divs. Boom, 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 temple. 20 divs. It's like, I just print fucking divs. It's really not that bad. It's pretty cool. Rock Yaddis is 140 now? Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, prices are going to be inflated. But, like, I don't think people understand that, like, inflation doesn't mean anything. Like, if you're trying to farm divines, like literal divines, inflation sucks. If you're farming the things with which transmute into divines, it's not. It's like money. If you're trying to turn money into money, it isn't going to work. But if you invest into assets that grow in terms of their investment, in terms of their capital worth, then they're worth money, right? It's like stocks. Like, stocks aren't money, they're an asset. So, like, when you invest in assets, assets climb in money. But if you're just trying to make money, money can't really, like, turn into money. You turn money into assets, and the assets goes back into money. It's the same thing in this game, right? You take your divines, you run the thing, you take the divines and use it to run the thing that gives you what actually makes divines. You're not farming for raw divines. Like, that's not what you're trying to do. You're not trying to farm for raw currency. What you're doing is you're farming for the things that trade for currency, like omens, like witlings and dextrals and stuff like that, sinistrals. And then you're trying to farm for the calamity fragments, or you're trying to farm for the expedition stuff. Like those things are the things that turn into divines. That's how you make the money. It's not the actual divines themselves. The issue with that logic is the thing you want to buy keeps increasing in price. Well, what's the well, I don't understand what's the issue with that logic. I don't have any more grand precursors. Oh my god. So people selling them for like... Yeah, I'll go for that's fine. How many divs do I need for Vertex? What stats do you need? I don't know. I haven't taken a look at Vertex in a while. I'll take a look at it and let you know. Let's see. Let's find out how much our Vertex is. There it is. That's the one I want. 340 divs. That is the Vertex I want. 340 divs. Now I really want crit hit chance on it too, actually. Never mind, I lied. This is not the one I want. I want crit hit chance and I want that. Hold on. I lied. I lied to you. Hold on. And then... there it is. There, 400 divs. There you go. Do I need chance to inflict ailments? No. But this is really nice because it gives me the chaos resistance and all sorts of stuff for like the Eldritch battery version. So that's what I'm saving up for. This monster right here. That's what I want. 400 divs. We'll get there. It's okay. How are you going to manage your resistance with Vertex? I don't need a resistance. Resistance is a lie. Who needs resistance when you have Headhunter? You only need like 50% resistances to everything and you'll be fine. Does Headhunter give you resistances? Absolutely. It steals... Okay, so the reason why Headhunter is so stupidly busted is because when you kill a monster, you gain its modifiers, right? Do you... Like, when you're in the temple or when you're in the map, you'll have this buff and it'll stick a buff here and it can go all the way up to like 50. What does that mean? It means you have 50 rare modifiers. Have you ever overlooked a rare and seen like what its modifiers are? Things like molten, proximity or proximal tangibility, extra resistances, haste, gain damage as this, multiple projectiles, all that shit. All those fucking modifiers, they're yours. So when you are going through your temple and you are just, every single mob is a rare, every single time you open up a door, you're killing 10 rares, you automatically just steal 30 modifiers. And they're all yours. So it's like, when you're able to gain all of those defensive modifiers like proximal tangibility, molten core, extra resistances, gain damage, extra life, like all that stuff, and haste, everything, like, why do you need anything? Like, Headhunter is everything. Boom. Headhunter is love. Headhunter is life. I got a scroll of wisdom for 2 million gold. Heck yeah, brother. Oh my god. Please, game. Like, come on, guys. Now I can't, like, do the grand precursor on it. Like, it just needs to stop. Like, I need to, as soon as I get knocked down, I need to log out. Because I always think, like, I'm gonna get up so much faster than I am. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get knocked down for, like, 10 seconds, right? And you really are knocked down for that long. You really, really are. Every single time I make that mistake, I'm just like, nah, I'm fine. I'll get back up and it'll be fine. I don't need to log out. Oh, no. You definitely need to not do that. Every single fucking time I make that mistake. Every single fucking time. Because I'm just a fucking dipshit. Is it possible for you to sync PoE and Ninja? Maybe, but it also might be possible for you to read the description. Because the title of the stream says build in description.
Not yet.
It's not updated. It absolutely is updated. I just updated it from yesterday and have made 0 modifications to the build since yesterday. Unfortunately, I actually have to complete this map.
I need more time.
Wow. I don't have it done yet. Hold on. There we go. Don't you use inhibitor on Tempest? Yes, I do. I definitely updated it and told it to run that, so if it's not, then we got problems. It's not on Ninja, of course. Well, those are the only adjustments. It was just Inhibitor and Arcane Surge on Tempest. Everything else is the same. There's no adjustments to the passes or anything. It's just Inhibitor and Arcane Surge on Tempest. All right, we're gonna try something. What would we run instead? It would be Rising Tempest for sure. But actually, no, because we're not casting. It would have to be Dialis. It'd have to be Dialis. 16% chance to repeat's pretty sick. We're going to play with this for a bit. A little bit less damage per charge. Not the biggest deal. So I want to see kind of what's happening here. The other thing is now I have extra spirit. I believe I can actually run my biggin. Yes, I can. My better. Sure everything's on. Fantastic. I think people are right. I think people were right. Is there a difference between 20 and 23% quality? Yes, there is.
Should I reserve for 5, 5:15, and 5:30?
For Lady Dog?
Yeah.
5.
I thought you wanted to leave here.
Yeah, that's not gonna take us 30 minutes to get there. We'll leave at 4:50. We'll be fine.
Or you don't want to do 5:15 just in case?
5:15. Thank you.
I need more time.
Is that really the nearest tower? Grr. Ugh. All right. Let's see here. This one and this one. Paradise. And that one. $344. Damage is not that good. I think Rakiata's is working. Nope, never mind. I take it all back. Wow. Only one? That feels bad. I don't know what happened originally. I guess I just didn't crit or something. Or there was a DR point. Like, blew through the load too fast. It's crazy. It actually doesn't count as completed. So you have to run it again. Where are we socketing from? Nothing. Are we doing this? We're doing this. We're absolutely doing this. Limit test.
Victory is mine.
T16 double corrupted, delirium, empowered, citadel boss. Oh, it's over. It's over. Homie's gonna drop like a sack of potatoes. That's a meme. All right. You're right. I will go fuck myself. Crazy. Trying to get up to this tower. It's the only thing I can do. What? Oh, she's saying something to me. You got to run those arbiters, one of the most profitable things you can do. All right. Yeah. I guess 2 were definitely not guaranteed, huh? Unidentified prism jewels. Oh, that's prism of belief. I'm actually curious. There's a piece of me that wants to know. God, they do have a plus to comet skills. Oh my god. What's the 3? 3 mirrors of Calandra. Oh my good god. You're fucking joking me. Holy shit. God damn. That's like one of the most expensive items I've ever seen. Arc skill is only 500, so everyone's looking with the comet. Man, nutty.
I need more time. Didn't break a sweat. I can't do that yet.
You tread where you do not belong.
All right. I have had so many people ask this question. So you know what? We're doing it. I want 18. Bullshit. Let's do this. All right, hold on. What? God damn it. Hold on. Map contains number. So like that's just not. It should be here, but it's not. All right, cool. So what we have to do for instead is additional rare monsters abyss. There we go. Pretty sure that's the highest. Nope, it's 6. 6. That. Oh, god damn, I have to wait 60 seconds. Okay. Oh, yeah, you just copy the item. I forgot about that. Or this one, you can filter by the stats. I forgot about that. I keep forgetting that you could do that. I'm sitting here playing like an idiot. $22 seconds. Okay. This is the biggest, baddest bullet, right? Go. And I'm pretty sure I have the actual Abyss one with the... There's one of them. We have the effectiveness and we have this. I think you want effectiveness. We'll do this one. And then you want like a rare monster's effectiveness irradiated. Y'all tell me how you want me to run it. Look at this. I know you're going to want that. I know you want difficulty. And you're going to want effectiveness, right? Like that. He's trying to die. Yeah, rare monsters and difficulty. All right. So let's go for rare monsters 38. For effectiveness, we'll go 10. Fantastic. We'll do that one. Fucking works for me. Did Otter end up testing Rakiata's flow? No, but there's a feeling I have. Oh, I knew it. I hate that. I hate it when people do that shit. I hate it when people do that. Yeah, it's like too much work. Just grab this one. All right. Then we obviously need to irradiate it. Obviously. And if we're going to irradiate it, we're going to need effectiveness, rare monsters, and probably... You could say rarity, but I think those are like the two big ones that you want. I'm just here to prove it. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. Exactly. So we're just going to go for the additional shrine. Call it good. Irradiated or delirious? Good question. What do you guys think? Irradiated or delirious? I'm doing what you guys want. I'm literally just here to show you that like it can do it. You want irradiated or delirious? Delirium is harder. You know what? This is what I'll do. We'll do a delirium. I know how to do this. I have the technology. I need more chaos orbs. Hold on. Sure.
All right, your order is registered. Have an order?
All right.
I guess it's worth that.
The other thing that we need to do is modify the Atlas passives. Pretty sure you don't run it like this. And you go for Amamanu or whatever his name is. That one. Amanamu. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we also need to refund Atlas passes for this. We don't care about rarity of waystones. My rares. Do that. Cool. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. Go for the effective ones. Yeah, it's it's Ulamon. Okay. I got it. Ulamon it is. You got it. It's Ulamon. I got it. All right. Now what we're going to do. Oh, look. Perfect. So we're going to do it here. We're going to do this with the powerful boss. Now, why are we trying to look for a powerful boss? Well, that is because turns out if it has a powerful boss, it's irradiated. And it might be corrupted too. So here is your Delirium Abyss Giga Chad. And you know what? Just to even make it even more fucked, we'll do it on a fucking T16. All right. This is about as big as like huge dick as it's gonna get. So we'll see what happens. Hold on to your butts. Okay, but he's wearing a Headhunter. Exactly why we can do it. You need one with less ES recovery mod on the Waystone. Doesn't matter. Predict he dies around pit 16. We'll find out, boys. We'll find out. Here we go. We're doing it live. Here we go.
You are being controlled by greater forces.
I don't have my Adonias. There we go. We're good. Turns out the build doesn't do really good damage if you don't have Adonias. But now I got it for 3 minutes, so I'm good. So are there like creatures that are coming out of the pits? I can't tell. T16, Delirium irradiated map on an abyss overrun with 18 with 6 extra rares coming out with every single thing giving rarity and max effectiveness. And I didn't even see anything come out of the abyssal pits. So I'm going to say yes, this build can in fact do pretty much the hardest content in the game because it has an infinite fucking engine that everyone says isn't doing as much damage because the sheet damage isn't as much. But you guys are just not picking up the fact that like it's not about the fact that I can hit 1 million damage in 1 second. It's the fact that I can hit 1 damage 10 million times in 1 second. Do you understand how this build works now? It's not about hitting hard. It's about the fact that we just hit so fucking fast with an infinite engine that nothing can survive. There you go. Hope you have enjoyed the showcase of the build, because I didn't even see any of the creatures come out of the pit. And the reason I almost died was because my Adonias went down. Even with my Adonias down on pit 13, which Adonias is literally generating this entire build, it still almost cleared that pit. And that was without Adonias, which is like a times 20 damage multiplier. So yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, you bastard. Don't you dare. You fucking asshole.
Go on.
Yeah. Thought everything was dead. What can you do? If you don't, the entire build's defense is generated through its offense. So if I think everything's dead and I'm just walking through to pick up loot, that's what's going to happen. I'm not running Rockiatas, by the way. Build sucks now. Yeah, for sure. It is a glass cannon build. That's exactly how it functions. But like when you have everything going, it doesn't matter, right? When everything is functioning the way it's supposed to be functioning, does it matter? Not really. I think any build it would have that happen though. Like if you're just not paying attention, all of a sudden something hits you, you're probably gonna die. Have you done a juice temple with this? Have you done a temple with this juice? Yes. Wait, so Rakiata's test is done? Sorry, just tuned in again. You to die. That Kurgle is about you die. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm not paying attention, right? Like, if you have to understand that, like, I didn't have my Adonias up and I had nothing going. So, like, I walk into this Kurgle guy, I'm like, oh fuck, I need to back off so that I can get my Adonias up, which is no problem. The problem with Delirium maps is that when you blink away to safety, or when you try to like get away to safety so that you can use your Adonias, 90% of the time you're gonna blink into a fucking Delirium mirror. So that's exactly what happened. I found the dude and I was like, oh shit, let me get away, let me get this up real quick. And then when I blinked away, I hit into a fucking Delirium mirror, and then that was it. That was the end. So it's not that the build is bad, it's that the person who was piloting it is shit. Which is me. I think I am going to do some Rakiata's testing here. I have a feeling it's actually not working. Y'all want to test this Rakiata's? So does anybody know what I'm talking about as to like whether or not Rakiata's is working and why it wouldn't be working? So what I want to do is I want to test that. And I know how I'm going to test it too. Of course. Oh my god, that's so annoying. It's okay, that's how we have to do the test. Okay, so to get an accurate form of damage, we're probably going to have to take out rapid casting. Or I could take out Pierce. Yeah, taking out Pierce is fine. Okay. Alright. Alright, so right now we're just going to run the build the way that we've ran the build. Nothing's going to be different. I am going to need Pinnacle of Power. I am going to need the damage. But I'm trying to lower the damage by such a substantial margin that I'm not going to one-shot this boss. And when we get there at the end... Just remove the blah, 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 blah. Okay. And basically what we're going to do is we are going to essentially record 5 seconds. So I'm going to put, like, start recording. We're going to put this into Adobe software. And we are going to the fucking frame, measure, like, 3 kills without it and 3 kills with it against a frozen target. And we're going to, like, get averages of the damage that's dealt. And what should happen is that when you're against Zesht, I believe even at tier 1, he still has 50% resistances, right? Does Zesh tier 1 still have 50% resist? He just increased. Does he have 50% or 0%? Does anybody know? Why do any test against a tier 1 boss? Because I have to repeat the test, Ripta. I don't have 1,500 breach splinters. And I don't want to run all the way to him every single time. I just want to test out the damage against a frozen target. Once it's done with the frozen, and like I haven't killed him, I die. And then I reset, and I do it again. I don't want to do it against a tier 3 boss, where like... Because all we're trying to figure out is whether or not Rakiata's works. We don't need to have giga damage. We just need to know whether or not Rakiata's is working against a frozen target. Make sure you test if Sacred Flame counts Chaos Resist for lowering the Elemental Resist. Oh. Enemies in your presence resist elemental damage based on their lowest resistance. Well, they have all resist, so... I mean, if that's the case where Sacred Shrine is doing that, and if they don't have any chaos resist, then Rakiata's wouldn't work because it's inverting 0. Do you have the ignore resist on frozen target notable? Yes. Yes, that's exactly right. We're trying to figure out whether or not Rakiata's is inverting before or after. Then Rakiata's does nothing. See, that's the thing, though. Like, why is it, Ripta? Like, explain to me why Choir, which has ignore, causes the inversion to happen. The inversion with Choir works, but the inversion with that passive doesn't work. Because the way that the passive is worded is that it ignores non-negative elemental resistances. That scepter messes with Rakiata's according to Prada. I can imagine it does. Yes, absolutely. So if the scepter is messing with Rakiata's, what that means is that we're standing too close to the fucking target. We need to back off. The question is Rakiata flipping the resistances first, or is Heavy Frost happening first? Just unspec that passive and use Rakiata's problem solved. No, it's not solved, dude, because there's monsters in the actual map that have resistances and we don't have any damage penetration. We need to be able to actually just dick everything. We need to take the elemental resistances of all the rares and just shove them to 0 immediately. And the way that we do that is through making them frozen. So what we're trying to figure out is whether or not Rakiata is fucking with our boss DPS. Do I really only need 3 Bleach Splinters?
Yes.
Rakiata is like all those rares that resin to paper. Yes, but Rakiata's is only being used on Comet, Ripta. Comet doesn't hit everything. We want everything to immediately die. Like when we have rares, like the Comet, the only purpose for the Comet, honest to God, really, is for like big boy elites. We like the big name deletes and the bosses. That's the only purpose for Comet. Comet does nothing to regular rares, and it does nothing to regular trash mobs. Our Arc and our Sparks trash that crap. We want those to immediately die. We do not want to wait for Comet to come down to eventually do that. I don't want to have to swap my Rockiatas and then swap it again and swap it again and swap it again and swap it again. I just want to see if it's working or not. Because if Rockiatas is working, then like we don't have any problems. If it's not, if it is if Rockiatas is working, we don't have any problems. If it's not working, then we have problems. And that's all I'm trying to test for. I just want to know if Rockiatas is working with Heavy Frost. That's all we want to know.
What's new?
Then replace Sacred Flame with a Palm Scepter. That's what we're going to do. We eventually are going to do that. But even then, like, we're still one-shotting everything with or without the Palm Scepter. Like, the only thing that we're trying to figure out is whether or not, like, there's this question of, like, well, we don't really know. Since we don't know, how about we do all these other things? Well, how about we just test it and figure it out? Because if it is working, then, like, we don't have any problems. It's great. If it's not working, then, okay, now we got to start thinking about, like, what other solutions we got. For my test, I'm not even going to be running it. For my test, I'm not even running this scepter. I'm going to be taking it completely off.
I'll post it right away.
The scepter will not be worn. We're just going to wear the scepter to eventually get to him. You cannot be in the bait, and you cannot be in their faces if you're running this scepter. Yes, you cannot be in their faces. You are correct. But that will be, that will be problem number 2 when we get there. No, we don't need that. We just need to just don't be so damn close to the boss. Like, if that's the case, then we just back off from the boss. We don't need to be nut to butt with the boss. Like, if that's the boss, just be right here. It's fine. It'll die. You don't need to be right up to the boss and tickling their scrotum. Okay. So for test, we are not going to run Pierce. We will not run Mana Tempest. We will not run Frostbomb. We're going to take this completely off. We'll not be running Blink or Cast on Ailments, Cast on Critical, nothing. All of this, none of it. We're not running any of it. No Sigil of Power with a level 18 Spark. It still might be too powerful. But we'll see. $584. Hold on. I want to see how much damage I'm getting. Does this, like, go up or down? Yeah, 584. It needs to be a fraction of that, dude. What's the benefit of keeping any other support other than Rakyatis? Freeze would be good. Yeah, you're right. But we do need freeze. We need freeze. For sure, we need freeze. I just don't know if the cold infused sparks are actually going to deal so much damage where we just dink them. That's the thing I'm worried about. I'm going to take this out. Yeah, that should be enough. I should be okay with that. Okay. All right, starting tests. Oh, I don't have Adonias. I'm a silly goose. I need Adonias. Give me a second. I'll just wait. Okay, here we go. There, now he's finally frozen. But he's not in a good spot. I think I subtracted my damage a little too much. So, let's go ahead and put in Pinpoint. And Rapid. Set ourselves up with another Adonia's tick. Frozen. There it is. Okay, cool. There's one. Go through one more cycle. Okay, another cycle. Here we go. He's frozen. Unfrozen. All right. We need one more cycle. All right, and going. I don't have that. All right, we got 2. 2 will be all right. All right. It seemed like it was like 200,000 to 300,000 is what it was doing. So now when we put this on, the question is it going to do a hell of a lot more when he gets frozen? Because it seemed like it was doing about 200,000 to 300,000. Now, if it is doing what we think it's doing, and he gets frozen, we'll see what happens. It should be like 50% more damage, so like 400,000 to 500,000 per. We'll see. Oh. I was not running Adonias. Or maybe I was. Did I consume and was I using Adonias in that last? Hold on, I gotta check the recording. No, I had it. I had Adonias. Okay, we're good. Okay, right here. So it's like 276. And let's go slow. There, is that? All right. He's right there, right about unfrozen here. Bam, right there. Okay, 614. If freezing is turning off Rock Yadas, your damage would go down when he freezes. Correct. If it works with Rock Yadas, your damage would stay the same. No. No. It would be greater. It would be more. Because let's say that he has 50% resistance. Heavy Frost turns it to 0%. Right? If Rock Yadas is not working, it's still going to be 0%. Because it's inverting 0%. It's ignoring. Nothing happens. But if it is working, where it's inverting first and causing him to have negative 50% before Heavy Frost goes in, Heavy Frost ignores non-negative. So because this is negative, it's not going to do anything. Rock Yadas stays in effect. Right here, 239. Not frozen. 509. Okay. So it depends on like the sparks actually hitting and critting. Not the biggest in terms of like differences in damage. If it is like really working, we should see something about 400. If it's working, we should see 400 or 500. So we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Okay, first damage cycle. Go into another one. Wait for everything to turn off. Frozen. Done. Oh, I wasn't like doing the recording here. Hold on. We'll do the testing after this with Heavy Frost turned off.
I need more time.
Oh, we need to stop hitting him with that too. No, I'm just gonna die. This test was screwed up from the beginning. Testing it the hard way. It should be Rock Yacht is on for all tests, just specking or unspecking the freeze node. We need to know if when he's frozen it works or it doesn't. So we need the node on, and we need to know if Rock Yacht is being on or off makes a difference. And then we will, after this initial test, we will test that and see if it works. All right, here we go. We're recording. Frozen. Not frozen. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
Alright, cool. He's not affected. Going into a second test. Damn, I died. See, the first one, I don't know if that really worked or not. It's a pain in the ass. Because he, like, went up into sound. I wasn't able to see whether or not he got unfrozen or frozen. So. It did look like it was more damage, I will agree. But we'll see. You can't tell me it's not working, dude. You can't tell me it's not working. That was like 800,000 damage. We'll do it one more time, because that's like the second time we saw like 800. Heightened charges? Okay, I don't know. I'll start this. Because it's a tier 1. It's not heightened charges, so we don't have that. Okay, starting the recording. It definitely seems like I'm doing more damage to him when he's not frozen. Ignore happens first in the damage calculation. Well, that's not exactly true. Because last season when we were talking about choir, which says ignore, that one happens last. So it's just like there's rules for thee but not for me type of thing. Like some skills it's that way, but this one it's not. Alright, there we go. Okay, I'll go for one more.
I need more time.
Okay. All right. So I got that recorded. Okay, 194. $637. $514. Yeah, that's inconclusive. That's inconclusive as fuck. Is active at random times. Fuck. God damn it, you're right. I have to turn off Arbiter's Ignition. Which means I have to test it both times again without Arbiter's Ignition. Fucking damn it. You're right. Where'd this come from? There it is. Okay. I think it really just needs to be off like the initial hit, like the initial cycle, because that's the best area to deal the damage. Yeah, he never froze. I'm like, what the shit? Homie's not freezing. And I think the reason being is because you're not running Rockiatas. There he eventually gets frozen. I need more damage. I need more damage. I'm not dealing nearly enough with this level 10 spark, so we're going to put it into level 26. Hopefully it doesn't kill him. Or try again, because... Yeah, you could put the amulet back on, I guess. I can't tell if you're overthinking or underthinking this testing methodology. All you need is Rockiatas with freeze node allocated if your damage goes down when he freezes. But it's... No, that's not how it works. It's not... that's not how it works. It's not that the damage will be the same, Ripta. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Rockiatas isn't working, the damage will be the same because it's last. You see, it'll be the same. It won't go down. It won't go up. It'll be the same. Because we're just looking at the damage when he's frozen. Because with Rockiatas or without Rockiatas, if Rockiatas is not working, then his resistances will be 0 when he freezes. So, if the freeze node is activated or not, it's not the freeze node that's being allocated. It's Rockiatas. We need to know if Rockiatas is working in tandem with the freeze node. If you turn off the freeze node, then obviously Rockiatas is going to work. I mean, either way, it's the same. I think I understand what you're saying. Like, both would be the same thing. You keep Rockiatas on. If the freeze node happens, you get... It would both be the same thing. It'd be the same form of damage testing. It's just, I don't know if the gap... What, to turn off freeze node? You're negative 50 resistance without freeze. Correct. Correct. With Rockiatas in it. You're correct, yeah. Is it 0 or negative 50? Correct. Yes. That is correct. So if damage goes down when he freezes, it doesn't work. You could also say if damage goes up when he freezes, it does work. Wouldn't that be the same thing? But this is all within one test without changing anything. Okay. You would still have to do 2 tests. Yes. Yeah, we have to be there at 5:15, right? I know. Right. That happens in a single test. That's true. If I have Rockiatas on. You're right. Yeah. That happens in a single test. The freeze acts like a timer for the test, though. True. The question is how long does it take for him to freeze? If I can just get the sparks out. If I can just crank out the sparks and just keep cranking out the sparks with enough of the cold infusions, once he's up, he's going to get hit by the same amount of sparks. This is how we're going to test it. Yeah. That's the way we would have to do it with Rockiatas on. We're going to put the level... Yeah, we're going to put the level 10 back on. We're going to put the amulet on. Okay. Yeah. In a single test, we will know. In a single test, we are going to have our answer. I just need to create enough cold infusions. That should be enough. He never froze. How the hell did he never froze? I have Rockiatas on, right? What the fuck? Huh? I really feel like I need to do more damage, dude. Archon is that good, apparently.
I need more time.
Yes, but the map geometry RNG falls off really significantly when you have enough of them out. I think it's I didn't record it. That was my bad. So we'll record it after this. But I think it is pretty apparent that Rockiatas is not working when he's frozen. I think that was pretty apparent. But I forgot to press record because I'm a dum-dum.
I can't do that.
Wait, no.
Welcome you into our embrace. Infinite pursuit.
Yeah, I think it's the starter DR. I think you're right. The starter DR is definitely a thing. That looked like the same amount of damage. It looked like the same. So what we need to do is... That's kind of a rough one, but... I'll run around for a minute. The damage is the same. Was the damage not the same?
It's the thread of reality's coiling bands.
One more, I guess.
We welcome.
Damage definitely looked the same to me, man. God damn it, I didn't record again. I'm such a fucking idiot. I can't, dude. I'm really trying to pay attention so hard, I'm not even paying attention. And I need to get going for, like, dinner soon. That one looked the same again. Yeah, because the spark count. I don't know how to fucking test this shit, bro. There's too much fucking variance. But, like, the spark should be out by the time he freezes. So the fact that, like, I mean, that would even be more proof. Like, the fact that, like, the DPS of him being frozen versus the DPS of him being unfrozen, is if it's the same, then, like, it definitely working for sure.
I can't do that yet.
All right, recording.
I can't do that yet.
All right, here we go. Oh, god damn it.
I need more time.
It's all right, I have him at the exposure. He's frozen. And he's not frozen. This, I mean,
of existence. We welcome you into our embrace.
it doesn't matter. Even if he's exposed, it wouldn't matter. The damage would be the same. Like, you're going to notice damage. Even if he's exposed, it's minus 35. You'll see, like, a roughly 30% damage increase. So, like, if the damage is the same versus frozen or unfrozen, then, like, Rock Yacht is working. If the damage is not the same, so we need to figure out exactly when he gets frozen. Okay. In fact, you know what? We'll do this. Now we can break it down frame by frame. Frozen. Boom. Frozen. Right here. 236. Okay. This is at 32 and 20. Okay. We don't need to be there for another 20 minutes, love. Give me 5 minutes. So this is 3620. So he's frozen for 4 seconds. Damage is now 1,400. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to go to 30, or we need to go 40-20. $23, 2, 3, 4, 7. This is when he was frozen. This is when he was unfrozen. If Rockiatas did not work, then the damage when he was not frozen would have been greater. And it's not. Rockiatas is working, bro. Rockiatas is working. Fuck all the haters. Fuck all the haters. All the people. I fucking knew it. I knew Rockiatas was fucking working. It's not that Rockiatas isn't fucking working. It's that the Scepter, you're too goddamn close to the boss, and it's taking the lowest resistance and inverting the lowest resistance, and that why you're not getting any damage. Rockiatas is working. Fuck all of you. I love you. Fuck all the haters. It's the Scepter. It's not Rockiatas. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I told you. I told you Ignore was the last fucking thing in the damage calculation. I fucking knew it. It wouldn't make sense that it works with fucking Choir, but it doesn't work with this fucking passive. I'm going to dinner. I'll see you guys later.